And welcome back to Let's Play Gabriel Knight 1, Sins of the Fathers. I'm Wadball, and I'll be your Let's Play player for today. Well, yes, I made the joke last time. I'm sorry. It was funny. Okay, it wasn't that funny. I'm sorry for using it again. Anyway, let's head right back into it and restore the game from where we left off. So when last we left Gabriel, he had just finished listening to a very boring lecture about stuff. And by stuff, I mean the voodoo. The voodoo that seems to be behind the voodoo murders, or at least the professor thought so. Professor being Hartridge. And I just got done selling Gabriel's painting. Oh my, Grace was pretty pissed when she saw that happening. But what to do with $100? Well,
I'm out of here. Try not to sell out the store while I'm gone.
See ya.
There's only one thing in the game that we know so far that's actually worth $100. $100. And we've heard it multiple times when we talked to this guy in Dixieland Drugstore.
Hi.
Because Animal Mask seems to be so important in the grand scheme of things to understand the Voodoo Enfort and the St. John's Eve connection. We're gonna go purchase Willy Jr. Willy!
This is the last page.
Sorry. So, we show him a crisp 100. Mr. Benjamin Franklin says hi.
I have $100. You still want to sell that crocodile mask?
That's $100, sure enough. The mask, it's yours, sir. Here you go. Careful it don't bite you now.
Yeah, thanks.
He just stuffed the entire thing in his jacket. How the heck did he do that?
A bottle of Master Gambling Oil.
The sign said I could get Lady Luck oil instead.
Well, I wasn't thinking a man as young as you would be needing that kind of remedy. But if you're having problems with your...
Oh, that's all right. Believe me, I don't need it. I'll just stick with this. Thanks, anyway.
Of course, it ain't none of my business if you do need it.
I don't need it.
Of course you don't.
Given that he seems to have struck out with every single woman that he's dealt with in the course of the game so far, I think Lady Luck Oil might actually be quite useful. But we're stuck with, what was it? Gambling oil?
The small bottle is labeled Master Gambling Oil.
Oh, I hope it really comes into use later. Alright, let's head out, and I don't know, Gabriel seems kind of stressed out after that talk. Well, off steam, we're gonna head over to the Napoleon House. Oh my god, Napoleon House. We've never been here before, right? I'll give you a background. Napoleon House is a bar, basically. For those of you who are classical musicians, you will hear the a Vivaldi concerto for guitar. Unfortunately, it's not actually being played by guitars here. It actually should be played by guitars. I don't know why, the music is being drowned out. Just not very loud right now. Anyway, if it sounds familiar, it's because it's a Vivaldi piece. That's just my entire point. The bartender seems like a nice guy.
Hi, how's it going?
It's been worse.
Business picking up?
Some. Mostly locals, as usual.
You ever get tired of tending bar for a living?
Never thought much about doing anything else.
Oh yes, I forgot. Look at the bartender.
Gabriel and the bartender are old pals. His name is Stonewall King, and he knows everybody round here.
Well, Gabriel has no money, can't purchase drinks, so you might as well pick his brain.
Could I ask you a few questions?
Sure. I'm not too busy at the moment.
Ooh, okay. So, what do we ask him? I guess we'd better just run down the list.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
Voodoo? I don't believe in it myself. I invented a drink once called Laveau's Tomb, but it wasn't very popular. Some people do believe, though. Even some of our regulars here at Napoleon House.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
I'm no expert. You might want to talk to someone who believes in it.
A secular man, or at least a practical guy. I can appreciate that.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
It's all over the papers. Some kind of serial killings.
Gabriel's got to stop asking random people about this. He probably knows more about it than everyone else.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Well, they say a lot of voodoo stuff is found near the bodies.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
Greatest city in the world. I'd never want to live anywhere else.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
This city must get 1 million tourists a year, especially around Mardi Gras.
What can you tell?
A lot of people come here because they think it's mysterious. All that talk about voodoo.
What can you tell?
You should probably find a book on the subject, you know.
Do you know anything about snakes?
What about them?
Oh, just anything.
Man, you ask the weirdest questions. I don't know anything about snakes.
What's the significance of St. John's Eve?
All I know is it's some kind of voodoo holiday.
Does the phrase Gabriel sans cœur mean anything to you?
You know what goes in it?
I don't think it's a drink.
Oh, then I probably don't know anything about it.
I don't even think we should ask people about it anymore, seeing as how Gabriel now knows that it means goat without horns. Or, as Professor Hartridge told us, human sacrifice. Ooh.
Have you ever heard of Marie Laveau?
Sure. She's kind of the patron saint of voodoo in New Orleans. Don't know too much about her, but tourists sure get off on all that stuff.
Have you ever heard of Marie?
There's a voodoo museum in town. They'd know more about it than I do.
And I've been there multiple times, talking to Dr. John multiple times.
Do you know anything about animal masks?
Come Mardi Gras, you see all kinds of masks in here.
Do you know
Come Mardi Gras.
Do you know anything about Veves?
Never heard of it.
Do you know anything about black voodoo?
Black voodoo? Nah. I prefer not to think about that kind of stuff personally. Crime, perversion, weirdos. This makes me depressed.
Smart man.
Have you ever heard of a Schottenjäger?
Never heard of it.
Tell me about yourself.
A good bartender listens to other people's life stories without telling his own.
What can you tell me about your regulars in here?
This crowd, the ones you see, are mostly regulars. That guy and girl in the corner come here a lot. When they're not fighting, they're all over each other. In other words, they're in love.
Anyone else I should know about?
What can you tell me about your regulars in here?
See those old guys at the chess table? That's Sam and Marcus. They played every day for 20 years. Sam, the one with the purple jacket, he's lost every one of those games. It's not that he's a bad player. I've seen him beat guys twice as good as Marcus. But Marcus has Sam so psyched out, he loses his nerve every time. By the way, Sam, the chess player, he's into that voodoo stuff. He's always talking about spells and gree-gree and stuff.
Really? Thanks.